Week 1 of double-digit week. You get that?
We're in double
Yeah,
digits now,
double
man.
digits, man. Wow. Week 10. What the heck is going on here, man? Wow. Do you feel like it's week 10?
No, no, it's been flying by so far this season, man. But we're here. We're here. Things are starting to get a little bit, just a little bit more serious when it comes to the games now.
Mm.
So let's see how things turn out.
Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover 6 teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, and of course, our beloved Steelers.
See that? Yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
All right, man. So as we now enter double-digit week, let's see what we got cooking.
First, we have two teams that we cover that are going to be on a bye this week. One being the Raiders. They're 2-7, coming off another loss against who did they play? The Bengals. Going off a loss against the Bengals. Packers are 6-3, coming off a loss against the Lions. How do you feel about both these teams? Where do you see both these teams after the bye week?
The Raiders, the Las Vegas Tom Brady's, I don't see them moving up or moving down. I still see them exactly where they're at. Which is a little just under average. I don't think they're terrible. They're somewhere in between average and terrible. Somewhere in the middle of that. That's where I have them. I don't think any real changes get made. I think maybe they're going to need a good offseason with having the 5% Tom Brady till he inserts himself in there and really gets establishment on that. He's got a career, man. He's doing his thing. So, I don't know how much he really, and by the way, it's probably just a little money, but no. If it's Tom Brady, man, I know he wants a little bit of his hands on that team, but I think it needs to be during the offseason. So the Raiders, I don't see them going up. I don't see them going down. I see them staying exactly with the course that they're on, which is not a good course, by the way. It's not a good course. They don't make the playoffs. Shoot, man. Who's in last place in their division? I'm thinking they're probably going to be last. I'm
pretty sure. Yeah, they're last in their division.
Yeah,
they're going to finish last in their division.
Yeah.
I think they're a tanking team. They desperately need a quarterback. My goodness, I mean, they're switching quarterbacks like they're flipping a burger. I mean, it's they don't even know who their quarterback is. They're flipping over Gardner Minshew. AOC got injured, so since then, I mean, they got Desmond Ridder. They don't know what's going on there. They're tanking for a quarterback, maybe Shador, maybe the guy from Miami. I forgot his name. Forgive me. I'm not too familiar with. I'm trying to get into college a little bit. All right. This year, I'm trying to get into college football a little bit, just so I know a little bit more what I'm talking about when it comes to drafting and stuff. But yeah, that's really where they're at. They're not going to get better this year.
Right.
Maybe next year. All right. So
yeah,
that's all I got to say on the Raiders. Packers 6-3, coming off of a pretty bad loss against the Lions. They did not look very good. Jordan Love had that one weird pick six, giving us a shout out, by the way. I appreciate that. But I mean, what were you doing there? It was a little chunk pass. He didn't even need to throw the ball. He was getting sacked. I believe he was about to get sacked, so he didn't even need to get rid of the ball, and he threw it straight to a Lions D lineman. How do you feel about the Packers, man? I mean, it was against the Lions.
Good gosh, man. Okay, the Lions. I know we're supposed to talk about the Packers, but man, those Lions, they've impressed the heck out of me. They really have. To me, the Lions are the real deal, right? I think the Packers were going to lose regardless. Okay, after watching that game, or while watching that game, not after, but while watching that game, I'm like, yeah, no, these Lions are just on a different level. That NFC North, man, I'm telling you guys, outside of the Packers, Nobody cares about that division. Yet, probably the best 3 team. Well, I would say 3 out of the 5 teams in the entire NFL is in that division.
Mm.
The 5, what I said, yeah. Out of the top 5 teams in the entire NFL, I think 3 of those teams are in that division.
In the NFL?
Yes, in the NFL.
Wow.
Yes. Because I think about the Chiefs, definitely. Okay. You could definitely fit in Packers, Vikings, and Lions in there. Now, Vikings, I get it. They kind of fell off a little bit, but hey, man, I still think they're a good team. But the Lions, I'm telling you, man, the Lions. Anyway, going to the Packers. Yeah, look, the Packers, man, they're going to come back and they're going to be good. They're going to be good. To me, it's up in the air what goes on in that division. It really does, man. I don't think the Packers are going to win that division, but I still believe they get into the playoffs with a wild card. I do, man. But as far as winning that division, no. And time is starting to run out a little bit. Don't get me wrong. It's not like there's, you can make up some ground. You definitely can. And they definitely got the talent to do it, and they're definitely a good team. It's just they're in a little bit of a hole, not a deep hole, but they're in a little bit of a hole. And when you got just a team like the Lions in there, it's going to be rough, man. But I think they come back off of the bye week, and I think they keep doing what they're doing, man. Not what they did with the Lions, but I think they keep on winning. Okay, I think they keep on winning, and I do believe they make the playoffs.
Yeah, it was pretty evident who the best team was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, by far. I'm not gonna say that it was a little bit of a blowout, kind of ish, but Packers, they're making the playoffs, no doubt about it. In my mind, if they stay healthy, they'll be right there. Okay, division, maybe not. I mean, if you win a division, they're gonna have to beat the Lions later down the line in Detroit now. So I'm not sure about the division. Most definitely playoffs. They're still a really good team. Now we have the pick 6 records before we get into the picks. My record's 27-16. The champ has been struggling with the past few weeks. Dropped down to 23-20.
I took a chance. I took some chances. All right. That's what greatness does. So I took a few chances. Okay. All right.
Did he take a few chances or did he lose focus?
Oh.
Let's see. But
wow.
All right. Next, we have the Chargers hosting the Tennessee Titans. The Chargers are 5-3 coming off a win against the Cleveland Browns. Titans are 2-6 coming off overtime win against the New England Patriots.
Wow.
How about that? What do we have for this one?
Man, that AFC South, man. I mean, outside of the Texans, I'm like, wow, what's going on over there? But, all right. So the Chargers, where's this at?
That's SoFi.
Okay, man. All right, Inglewood. I mean, this is an easy one, isn't it? Isn't this just Chargers all the way?
I don't for Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, man, QB for the Tennessee Titans, man. I think he can do some pretty good, decent things. But yeah, no, man, no. The Chargers, look, the Chargers got to get this. However, I do want to say this. I will say this. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it'll be a 2-possession game, but with the end zone and a field goal.
10 points.
So 10 points. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I got the Chargers in this one as well. They're just a better team. I mean, Tennessee, they beat the Patriots. Whatever that holds nowadays, I don't know.
That used to mean something.
It used to mean a lot. It used to mean a lot. But yeah, part of me kind of wants to. Part of me's been rooting for the Titans, just a little bit since Mason Rudolph has been starting the past few weeks. But yeah, Justin Herbert's gonna do his thing, and Chargers gonna walk out victorious because that's what they should do.
Hey man, in the same division, that AFC South, Mason Rudolph versus Joe Flacco.
Yeah, that's something, huh?
Former Steeler versus former Raven when they play against each other. Nice.
That's
nice.
gonna be something.
I'll definitely watch that game.
Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles walking into Arlington to play the Cowboys. Eagles 6-2, coming off a win against Jacksonville. Bit of a heart racer for the Eagles. They had a commanding lead in that game, almost got taken away from them. And we got the Cowboys 3-5 coming off a loss against the Falcons. Cowboys have not been looking good, and it's been getting even worse. Dak Prescott will not be playing in this game, and he will not be playing for at least a few weeks. What do you have here? Well, first off, how do you feel about the Cowboys? The boys from Arlington.
The Arlington Cowboys, man. Look, what a disappointment. What a disappointment, man. I'm a little lost for words. I'm just really disappointed in that organization. I don't know if there needs to be some house cleaning. It's like every year Cowboys want to complain about, so many things. Jerry Jones, he just needs to be the money guy and get out of it and everything of that nature. All right. Well, he's not. So how do you find a way to win with him? Is it possible? Because if it's not, then maybe Cowboy fans need to protest and stop watching the games and stop going to the games. If that's really what you believe the problem is, if you truly believe that's what the real problem is, then hey, Holmes, you know what, Cowboy fans, you guys maybe need to stop supporting the team and say like, nah, child, man, because as long as you're running the organization, you can be an owner, and all the teams have owners that don't know squat about football. They're just there for the money, right? And of course they want to win. But if you truly believe, Cowboy fans, if you truly believe that Jerry is the major problem because he wants to have, his hand, all over everything, then yeah, man, I would say it's time for you guys to stop going to the games, stop watching the games, have the ratings drop, nobody show up at the stadium, and then say, we're tired of the owner pretending or acting like he knows what he's doing because he doesn't know what he's doing. You guys just signed, the highest paid football player ever.
Of
all time. And their record is what? 3-5?
3-5. And look, man, let's be real here. Let's be real. Dak Prescott, I'm not trying to hate on Dak too much, but Dak Prescott has not had a defining game-winning drive or win as the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. He has not. And he is the highest paid quarterback ever.
Basically, what we're saying, that fool ain't worth it. He is not worth it. I think he's a better than maybe average quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. No doubt about that.
I don't know how good I would say he is, but I think he's an all right quarterback. But you guys paid, Jerry paid him like this dude is, Tom Brady, who keeps going to the damn Super Bowl. And he's not. He's nowhere near close to that. And there's the Cowboys. Okay? The Dallas Arlington Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right? If there's any team in the NFL that everybody knows, they would probably be the top of the list. so it's been very disappointing, very disappointing. Starting the season, I was kind of like joking around, like, oh man, the highest paid quarterback, and I thought at least they'd be like 500 or something. I thought at least they'd be on the winning bracket, but just barely. But no, not even close.
And it's not going to get better this week. I think they lose to Philly.
Yeah.
I'm not even that high on the Eagles as well. I think that there's better teams in the NFC. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They have a talented squad and all. But when you're talking about the Packers, the Lions, those teams, I don't think they compare. Are they? Yeah, they might be top 4 maybe. But, yeah, I think the Eagles go in there and smash them. Maybe Cooper Rush has a good game. Who knows? Heck, maybe he has a good game. But all in all, I gotta go Eagles here.
Yeah, I gotta go Eagles as well. Cowboys, you guys are lucky that the freaking New York Giants out of New Jersey suck. Because if not, you guys will be rock bottom in your division.
Wow. Yeah, some lot of question marks in Arlington out there.
Oh yeah.
So
maybe it's time to start protesting and stop buying gear, stop watching, stop going to the games, because it's the owner. It's different when it's a coach. You guys could put pressure on that with your voices, but when it's the owner, that's a different story. And he's been trying to run the show for many years now.
I'll say this. From the outside looking in, Cowboy fans, you tell me if I'm wrong. With the trio that they have, with their quarterback, with their owner, and with their head coach, I do not see them ever winning a Super Bowl with that trio. Maybe if you keep one of them, potentially, but I don't even think so. Cowboy fans, you could let me know if I'm wrong. With that trio, I don't see them going to the Super Bowl.
And I just want to make one last point on this, okay? Because people are saying, "Hey, you're a Steeler fan, dog. Why are you like upset? Dog, isn't it screw the Cowboys?" Yeah, screw the Cowboys. But I want them to be competitive. You know what happened in Major League Baseball this past season? We got the Yankees versus the Dodgers. It will be a dream in the NFL to have the Steelers versus the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, as long as my Steelers win. But that imagine
that's the
man.
Equivalent.
Yes, that's what needs to happen. Okay, so the Cowboys sucking. Yeah, sure. I guess for all the Cowboy haters, yeah, that's right. Screw the Cowboys. Screw the Cowboys. I actually want them to be competitive, man.
Yeah, and we saw what it did for the MLB, but
yeah,
I mean, both teams probably need to step it up. But so we're both going Eagles here.
Yeah.
All right. And next, we have the San Francisco 49ers walking into Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Niners 4-4, 500, coming off of a bye. They have some little talks with Christian McCaffrey. Should he start? In my eyes, no. We'll get a little bit more into that. Buccaneers 4-5, coming off a loss against the Chiefs in overtime. All right. What do we have here? Do you think Christian McCaffrey should play this game? If he's available.
I think he should get a couple of snaps. I think he should get a couple of plays, man. If he's available, yeah.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Should he start?
Okay. Should he start? No.
Okay.
No. Should he start? No. You got to see what he's got, man. You got to see what's up with him. You don't want to put too much on him. No, he shouldn't start. You should get a couple of plays out there, see what he got. You don't want to push it too much. So no, I don't think he should start. Tampa Bay, man, Baker Mayfield, my guy. I'm telling you, man. I wouldn't mind having one of his jerseys, man. My boy, man, Baker Mayfield, Holmes, taking the Chiefs. I was so rooting for them to beat the Chiefs.
I think everybody was at that point.
Damn, that was so damn good. I was like, come on, Baker. Come on, Baker. Come on, Baker. Damn. Just like that. I think they're the closest to coming this season so far to beating the Chiefs.
Hey, you know what? Let me. This is one thing I don't get. What's up with teams not knowing the overtime rules when they play the Chiefs? What is it? Nobody, everybody forgets the rules in overtime when they play the Chiefs. What's going on here, man?
It's the Taylor Swift curse.
Oh,
It's the Taylor Swift curse.
man.
And I might just be making a turn here on the Kansas City Taylor Swifts. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still for love. Okay. Still for love. But I don't know, man. My feeling was a little bit different on that game. I'm like, come on, Baker.
They did your
Come
boy
on.
Mayfield Baker wrong.
They
huh?
did them wrong, man. They did them wrong. But anyway, so you got the Santa Clara 49ers heading out there, man. Look, no hate on the Niners, no hate on Santa Clara. I think Baker Mayfield handles it.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. I'm not even really sure how competitive it is, but I think it's a 2-possession game.
Oh. You think well, the Niners are coming off of a bye.
They are.
You think even though they're refreshing and everything like that, that's Baker Mayfield still just gonna put it on them?
There could be a little bit of because the Tampa Bay has not had a bye week yet, right?
Right.
So there could be a little bit of fatigue, especially coming off of an overtime game against the best team in the NFL. You know, emotions running high, and we got this, and he came short. There, that could, be damaging to your psyche. And the Niners can go in there coming off a bye week, relax, refresh, ready to go, and they can capitalize on it. So I'm not surprised if the Niners come out with the victory. But if I had to put money on it, which I'm putting my pick six title on it, which is more worth than more money ever, I'll still have to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a 2-possession game. But that is not to say that I don't think the Niners stand a chance, because I think they do. All things considered.
All right, man. Well, first and foremost, do I think Christian McCaffrey should start this game? No. All right. Like we've said before, there's one thing to be physically ready and another thing to be football ready. Do we even know he's football ready yet? I don't even know. I mean, how many reps has he really gotten since the injury? It seems like he just started. If I'm not mistaken, he just started practice either this week or last week. One of those two. I didn't even think about him getting a couple snaps in. Maybe that could help. Maybe that could be beneficial. But as far as him starting, I don't think so. Oh, man. It is a little bit hard for me to see the Buccaneers going 4-6. But the Niners to go this far into the season below 500 is insane. Ooh, man.
Wow.
I got a
decision here, man.
Okay. Buccaneers are coming off of an overtime loss against the Chiefs. A bit of a short week.
Okay.
Might be a little bit, tired of, they got done dirty on Monday.
And they haven't had a bye week either.
They might be a little bit tired. Niners a little bit more freshened up, a little bit more fresh, able to stretch out, everything like that. I guess I'll go.
Okay.
I guess you're going either way. Don't get me wrong. Am I confident in this pick? No, I'm not. I do not know what to expect from the Niners. They've been letting me down, really, with the way they've been playing. They really have a talented roster. Just be 4-4. I mean, come on. You got to win this game.
Okay, let me ask you, Matt. Okay, you live with Niner fans.
Yeah.
Okay, what do they say about the Niners? Like, what's their concern about it? What's their thoughts about, like, Christian McCaffrey or anybody?
Shanahan needs to run the ball.
Okay.
That's what I hear a lot.
Okay.
They have the best. Well, okay, maybe not now, but when they had Christian McCaffrey on the field, they have the best running back in the league and run the damn ball. I'm paraphrasing here. All right. What else? They don't really like Shanahan too much. They think he's part of the problem in Santa Clara.
Any Niner fans? Are you guys down? I mean, I don't know too many Niner fans. But I'd like to know, is Shanahan the problem? Do you guys like Shanahan or not? Please let us know.
But yeah, I mean, it's a uh, coin toss for me. No pun intended. All right, I didn't mean to do that to you, Bucks. But yeah, I can see it going either way. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off of a bye, 6-2,
I count it as a victory.
going into Washington to play the Commanders, who are 7-2, coming off a win against the New York Football Giants from Jersey.
Mm,
We got Russell Wilson. We have Jaden Daniels.
mm.
Let's get into it, man. Well, first off, Steelers made a couple moves. At the deadline, got another receiver, Mike Williams. Not a big signing, all right. It's not a blockbuster trade, but does help the receiving core for a team that desperately could use a wide receiver too. All right, and Mike Williams, look, he's not a superstar wide receiver, but we already got our superstar receiver in George Pickens. That's our wide receiver one. That should accommodate George Pickens getting Mike Williams. That's all I'm going to say.
Has George Pickens really been playing like a star receiver though?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but he has been getting the ball more. I mean, look, man, he hasn't been in the best situation ever. Let's
Okay.
throw that out there as well. But he's getting a little better. His numbers are picking up a little bit.
Okay. So that means this. I'll send a message out there because I know he's watching. Mike Willie Williams. It's wide open for you, brother. It's wide open. You want to be the number one star receiver for the Steelers? It's open. It's open. Mike Willie Williams. Go after it, man. Just take it. You take it. You walk in there and you just say, I want the ball. That's it, man. Just start making plays. All right. You take it. Ain't no star receiver, just set in stone, child. That sucker get broken, and we put a new stone in there. So Mike Willie Williams.
Hey, you know what? He was behind. He was in Jersey with the Jets. All right. He had, for like a week, he was behind Devontae Adams in his shadow. Garrett Wilson behind his shadow. He doesn't really have that in Pittsburgh. All right. Maybe that's beneficial to Mike Williams.
There you go. There you go. All right. As far as this matchup, look, man, the Commanders used to be a laughing stock. The Commander Redskin Washington football team used to be some sort of a laughing stock. They're actually pretty damn good, man. Not only do I think they're pretty good, I think they're going to win their division. I do. What's strange? So, where's this at?
Didn't watch today. FedEx Field, one of the worst rated stadiums in America.
Okay, I hear that about the field, but I never hear, is that a good place to play or is it a bad place to play? You never hear anything about Washington. It was a good or bad place to play. So I kind of, if I'm, a Washington fan, I say like, I like that. I like that. It's just mysterious. You don't know where you're coming into, right? Yeah, there's gonna be a tough one for the Steelers. I know it's hard to say it because Washington has been a terrible team, but no, they're pretty damn good. This would be a tough one coming off of a bye week. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely gonna go with my Steelers. Okay, I think it's a pretty good matchup since Russell Wilson took over. They've been looking pretty good. Okay, they've been looking pretty good. I'm not gonna say they've been looking great. But they've been looking, pretty good. I was kind of a little bit against the bye week. I mean, it's there on the schedule. Whether you're for it or against it, it's there. You got to go through it. Because I was like, well, wait a second, man. We just gave Russell Wilson the ball. Like, let him cook, homie. It's like, oh man, once you start smelling it in the kitchen, it's like, all right, shut down the kitchen. Like, man, it's still not done. Like the guy's cooking, man. So hopefully that did not put any water on his fire and he could go out there and make it happen.
All right. Look, this is the Steelers' biggest test so far this season. By far. Okay, this is the part of the schedule that gets difficult. You're 6-2.
Mm.
6-2. But before the season even started, was anybody even taking this Washington game seriously? Don't you think how crazy it is that this is arguably one of the hardest tests for the Steelers now? When you're looking back in the when the schedule dropped, you're like, oh, they're playing Washington after the bye. That should be pretty easy, right? But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. This is a big test to see if the Steelers are even a contender, a real legitimate contender. You know, I'm completely expecting a rough one. What I really want to see is, can the Steelers keep it close? Can the Steelers keep it close against the Washington football team Commanders? I'm going to pick them because I'm a biased Steeler fan. All right. If I was not, I'd definitely go Commanders.
Really?
I would.
Okay.
I would.
All right.
Because we really don't know how good Pittsburgh is. We really don't. Okay. Yeah. You beat the two New York/New Jersey teams back-to-back weeks.
They beat Danny Dimes, man.
By 8 points. A team that was self-destructing in front of my face. I saw it, and I was calling it out. You know, I was laughing that game. Not because I wanted to. I felt bad. It's like when you see someone slip and fall on the sidewalk or something. Yeah, you laugh, but you kind of feel bad a little bit, you know, but you still laugh. That's how I felt that game. So, my goodness. We, Steelers offense, needs to finish drives. Okay, there's a lot of problems still with the Steelers. Don't think just because they're 6-2, oh, it's been rainbows and sunshine. No.
Yeah, no.
There's still things that offensively that they need to work on. Defensively as well. You know, there's been inconsistencies on both sides. Hopefully not this week, man. You got to be on your A game against Washington.
Yeah. The only thing that does not need improvement is
Special teams, yeah.
special teams and Chris Boswell. That is it. Okay. Both sides of the ball, yes, definitely need improvements. You get into that red zone, and you know it's you got a fresh set of downs. You gotta get into that end zone, man. You gotta get into that end zone. Like it's ridiculous. I can't believe how many times. You know, Chris Boswell got to go out there. I'm surprised, man. He hasn't worn his leg out.
At some points, it seems like when we start off the drive, I'm surprised on 1st and 10 from the 30, we don't send Chris Boswell out sometimes. It's man, it's something else. It's something else.
Yeah. So we'll see. This will be a tough battle, and hopefully they win it with flying colors, because the schedule only gets worse.
Yeah, it doesn't get any much. I mean, the only real 2 games that aren't as tough as we thought is against Cleveland. But other than that, I mean, it's gonna be a bumpy ride for the Steelers. So let's see how they play against Washington, and that should tell us how they're gonna be for the rest of the season. Maybe. I mean, you know, the Steelers are weird, man. I don't know.
Not to mention that the weather's getting worse too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Boom.